Good morning, girls. Today we are going to talk about subject verb agreement. Okay, what does this mean? It means that a subject and a verb in a sentence must agree with each other. Students, this is not a new topic to you. I know that, but it is in our syllabus, so we have to cover it. Let's see. Grandfather washes only once a day. Nino and his grandfather believe that saving water is important. So, in the first sentence, we have singular subject which requires a singular verb. In the next sentence, we have a plural subject which requires a plural verb. So, grandfather washes and Nino and his grandfather believe, not believes. Subjects and verbs in a sentence must agree with one another. If the subject is singular, the verb too must be singular. Similarly, we use a plural verb for a plural subject. Okay? We must use a singular verb with singular subject and plural verb with plural subject. It is very simple thing, but we have some rules of this, of subject verb agreement. Let's see all of them one by one. When the subject of a sentence is composed of two or more nouns or pronouns joined by and, we use a plural verb because and it adds things. Okay, and is a conjunction which makes it plural, like Ram and Shyam. For example, pen and paper. So, when we have two subjects joined by and, we have to use a plural verb. For example, grandfather and Nino talk about the water crisis. Maya and Meera love to watch plays. In both these sentences, we see that it is and, which is joining Maya and Meera and grandfather Nino. So we are using plural form of the verb, which is the root form of the verb. Next, when a phrase comes between subject and the verb or helping verb agrees with the subject and not with the noun or pronoun in the phrase. What does that mean? It means that we have to identify the true subject of the sentence. Nino, along with the grandfather and his parents, was travelling on Rajdhani train. Grandfather as well as Nino was eager to conserve water. Rani, unlike her twin, reads quietly. So here we have so many nouns. In the first sentence, we have so many nouns, like 3 nouns: Nino, grandfather, parents. But the original subject of the sentence is only Nino. So the verb was is according to this noun. In the next sentence, grandfather as well as Nino. So we have 2 nouns, grandfather and Nino. But the true subject is only grandfather. So we are using the verb was, eager to conserve water. Then Rani, unlike her twin, reads quietly. So the subject is Rani only. So we are using reads, the singular verb for the singular subject. Okay, then let's see the next rule. When 2 singular nouns are joined by or, either or, neither nor, the verb agrees with the subject, that is closer to the verb. When we see these conjunctions in a sentence, we have to consider that the subject which is closer to the verb will be according to that subject. Either Nino's grandfather or his parents were always trying their best to answer his questions. Here we have two subjects, either Nino's grandfather or his parents. Either Nino's grandfather or his parents. So here this verb is were. So were is according to the noun parents because it is closer to the verb. Always trying their best to answer his questions. Neither Minnie nor her best friend enjoys going to the zoo. So here we are using this singular verb according to this noun, her best friend. Friend, it is singular, so we are using singular verb. The dog or the puppies chase the butterflies in the garden. The dog is a singular noun, or the puppies, it is a plural noun. So we have two nouns, two subjects in this sentence also, but puppies is closer to the verb chase. So we are using the plural form of the verb. Okay? Then next one. Collective nouns like family, staff, team are considered singular and take a singular verb. We have studied this in our noun classes, like that collective nouns are always considered to be one. So they are always considered singular, and that's why they take a singular verb. Nino's family travels by train to Delhi. We cannot write Nino's family travel by train. Nino's family. So this verb is there for this collective noun family. In the next sentence, the team celebrates. Celebrates is singular noun, a singular verb, and it is used for this collective noun team because collective nouns are always considered one, singular. Then we have subjects like mathematics and economics take a singular verb. Okay? So subjects like these are always considered to be singular, and they always take singular verb. Mathematics is Nino's favorite subject. Words like scissors, jeans, trousers, socks take a plural verb. All of these things are one, but they, because of their structure, they are considered to be a plural noun, and that's why they take a plural verb. My jeans need mending. The scissors are in the cupboard. The socks are still wet. My socks is still wet. We cannot say. My socks are still wet. Okay. Then we have indefinite pronouns like anyone, everyone, someone, nobody. They take a singular verb. Nobody wants to admit that reusable items are being wasted. Everyone needs to take adequate steps to conserve water. Someone gives food to the pigeons every day. Okay? So, these are indefinite pronouns which always take singular verb. Then we have uncountable nouns like luggage, baggage and furniture consist of several items, but they take a singular verb. Okay? The furniture was delivered last evening. My luggage is missing. Okay? Then we have amounts, even if plural, usually take a singular verb. The amount of money we pay or we take And when we mention that, we always use a singular verb. When we use the simple present, simple past, present continuous or the past continuous in the passive voice, the be verb, all of you know what is be verb, is, am, are, was, were, of the tense agrees with the subject of the sentence. The door is painted by Ria. Many liters of wastewater were poured into the sea. Apples are being eaten by Mia. The man was being chased by a monkey. So here in all these sentences are in passive voice, and I have taught you in one of the classes that we always use, whenever we make it in passive, if any sentence is in active voice and when we change the voice of the sentence, the object becomes the subject, but it will work as a subject and the verb would be according to that subject. Okay? It will not be according to the agent. That is, in the first sentence, what is the agent of this action? Ria. But the verb would not be according to Ria. It will be according to the object of active sentence that has become subject in passive voice. The door is painted by Ria. Many liters of wastewater were poured into the sea. Apples are being eaten by Mia. Okay? If we use modal verbs like can, could, will, might, won't, they stay the same whether the subject is plural or singular. I have told you that modals never change their form. They are always like they have only one form, and we use them similarly in every condition. They don't change according to the number of the subject. They are always like that. Nino might want to hear about saving water. The students will attend an exhibition tomorrow. Here we have singular subject, here we have plural subject, but the form of modal verb won't change. Okay, so this was our subject to verb agreement topic. We have covered it, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me in our online sessions, and then we will discuss about it in detail. Thank you.